Are you lost?
Stifler's mom.
Can you believe it? I've never had any professional dance training.
I got it.
Stifler's mom.
Hey, Finchie. You have an amazing relationship. People say, oh, but he's so much older than you. And you know what? I'm the one having to push him away.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
It's a real pleasure to meet you. How are you?
Yes, you too. Hi.
Hello. I brought my mother's ashes with me so I could spread them in the ocean. I'm gonna need a boat.
We have our resort boat you can charter.
Could I get some alcohol on the boat?
Of course. Some fruit and cheese, maybe?
I think I'm gonna be a little emotional. But let's definitely order the cheese.
Tell me a little bit more about Tanya. How did she appear in your life and how did you create her?
Tanya was a neglected rich girl. And that was the decision I made when I decided to do it. That someone who had a very complicated, tortured relationship with her mother, and with her father, pretty much, someone who was incredibly rich, you know how rich people sometimes they're trying to add to their wealth. And so I feel like the father wasn't around at all. And it was just a kid that had been micromanaged and neglected at the same time. And not loved the right way.
I was just thinking about the creation of a memorable character, because you have so many in your career. I mean, Paulette from Legally Blonde, Stifler's mom from American Pie, Amanda from Friends, whom I also love. There are so many, just to name a few. How do you go about, picking them? And which one in particular do you think changed a career for an actor?
Well, it's very funny. People cast you and think of you according to the last job that you do that is seen the most by the public. And so you go through these phases, like, for instance, like when I did Best in Show, after that movie, I got offered all these sort of plastic surgery ladies, plastic surgery, gold digger wives, things like that. Like you get, if you go to your doorstep and there's a stack of scripts on your doorstep, like all of the scripts are that lady. There's no other option.
Which is not fun for an actor, I'm guessing, because you went into this profession to be different people.
Right. So, but it all happens at once. Like you go 2 or 3 years with just the gold digger parts, or just the, like then there was a lot of, I was offered other Paulette jobs, like different sort of girls that were sort of, the best friend, but sort of strange, whatever. Like, and I think, and a few of those I did not take, because I felt like Paulette was so great, and some of the other ones that sort of came in behind it weren't as I didn't want to do them. But eventually what happens is, if you get to play these different people, then you get a variation. And then, it really did start with Stifler's mom. And then, I got offered a lot of mothers, sort of seductive roles and it was always involved like younger guys. And I felt like once I did American Pie, I didn't know if I wanted to do a bunch of those. Like, you know what I mean? Like American Pie worked out great, but I didn't want to do, I didn't want to be, I didn't want to be that over, again and again when I had already felt like that had been done. there are other people that are sort of insecure parts. I think I've played a lot of those, and I think that came from Legally Blonde. And you know, and like I said, and then Best in Show was more of this sort of shallow, superficial trophy wife that I got to play. So those were the three categories where those were always the offers that I was getting.
Yeah.
The clientele here is mostly rich white people.
Most people really don't know what they're doing. You just get lubricated, but you really know where you're going.
And so this thing from White Lotus really wasn't part of that at all. I mean, this was a really cool new, I'm not saying that, you know, Tanya is very insecure, of course, but it was a part that I hadn't been ever, you know, I haven't been offered someone that complicated before and tortured and
Sad. She seems very sad all the time.
yeah, sad, but also in search of, you know, someone incredibly sad that wanted to, at this point in her life, she wanted to get rid of her sadness and actually, you know, have a good life and wanted to face her demons. And I haven't had a role like that. And I was, so I wanted to do it, but I didn't like the timing of it because, you know, after eating, you know, vegan pizzas and vegan ice cream for 8 months, you know, I didn't want to go do first of all, I thought we were all going to be dead anyway because it was COVID and I didn't think anyone was going to survive. And that's why I went on this sort of fatalist ride where I felt like you just, you know, eat and drink until you croak because I just felt like it was inevitable. And then when Mike offered me the role and then I still hadn't passed away, I was like, well, I'm just not ready for it. And then I turned this whole thing and I was like, I'm not ready to do this because I'm not in very good shape. And then I tried to get out of it. And then Mike caught on to me and he sent me a text. And the text just said, "Are you afraid?"
That always works for me as well.
And then, of course, yeah.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I need to wrap it up. Otherwise, I could talk to you for hours, I'm sure.
What contest did I have with myself? How many days I could stay up awake? And I made it to 5.